time to jump into the action here in our first matchup of the day between TyLoo and Spirit. So make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back to jump into that best of 3.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Welcome to the first game of the day. We're back. I'm Hugo. Joining me is Risk. We never even left the studio. We actually slept here overnight.
Just under the desk here.
Yeah, exactly. Literally
nice.
on this exact desk. Very comfy. We cuddled up. But we're here for the first game of the day. It's going to be TyLoo versus Spirit, the first elimination match. So one team will be heading home. At least the trip may not be so far for TyLoo. However, Spirit have got a bit of a trek if they do so lose out in this matchup. It's a best of 3. What are your thoughts going into this one?
I feel like I have to agree with a lot of what was said on the desk, especially for the first map, which you can take this into account. This is, of course, a best of 3. This is not a best of 1 elimination game, which would be terrible. Luckily, we have the best of 3 now. The first map, of course, is Train. I feel like I can only echo what they said on the desk. Like TyLoo should take this, especially with the way that they play the map. Of course, there's still like the language barrier and everything going on. Train is a map where you can have a lot of rotations. If you miss up those rotations on the CT side, if your communication is not on point, that's going to create a lot of trouble. But I feel like individually, TyLoo was so good that it shouldn't be up like for debate if Spirit could actually take this one. On the second map, Mirage, I think everything could be very different.
Yeah, I think the map pool is the most interesting thing for this series, right? Because we saw Cash be the insta-veto for Spirit, and some may question that. Because TyLoo actually had struggles on that map coming into the Asian Minor. It was typically a good map for them in the past, but it was actually the Asian Minor on Cash that they struggled. So, not only is it recently a bad map for them, but it's always been a bad map for Spirit. They've never been able to play Cash, so that does make sense being the insta-veto. Obviously, Nuke going not only is a strong map for Spirit, but also it's a map where you need to all speak the same language, another area that TyLoo struggles in, so you would expect that Nuke would want it to be removed from the map pool as soon as possible. But the one thing that these two teams do share is the Inferno and Mirage pick, right? These are two maps that both of them are very comfortable, and the Mirage being a map that TyLoo have upset numerous European teams on, and Inferno just being a good map for both of them.
Historically, like Mirage and Cass have been 2 very, very good maps for TyLoo. But recently, as we saw the Asian Minor right now, with the current lineup, they have a 25% win rate on Cash. They play 2 games on Mirage with this lineup. So it's not like we have a lot of data with this lineup to go up, but if we go back and look at TyLoo historically, then yes, Mirage and Cass are 2 very strong maps.
However, the roster has changed quite a lot. Obviously, we've got the addition of Bondik, as talked about earlier. They played versus Hellraisers yesterday at Bondik's old team that he was recently removed from. And while he dropped the highest amount of frags in the team, of course, as you would hope to see, they did lose out there. That's why they're playing the elimination match. So TyLoo coming into this one, hoping to move forward, hoping to make it to the stage to play in front of the Chinese crowd, and that's very possible, but they've got a couple more games to win before they do so. We're jumping right into this one. It's Train, TyLoo's map pick, heading forward to Mirage as a second one, and third, if we need it, is going to be coming up on Inferno.
Look at that setup from TyLoo. Captain mode with the CZ75 armor, 2 smokes and 2 flashes. Pentet is going to be the one with the most of the utility. Softic goes for an aggressive information play, then rotates back.
Yeah, it doesn't spot too much here, only DD setting up, but it's TyLoo with an early default here, not showing too much presence towards anywhere. As Bintet sits outside the A bomb site, you can expect these smokes are going to be going over there later. So right now, TyLoo just going for the early setup, making sure Team Spirit don't get aggressive like that push from Sotfik, trying to catch a free kill.
Yes.
And there's a smoke come out from Bintet. That's a connector smoke. TyLoo can burst this A bomb site. They've actually got 2 sets of smokes as well, as DD dropped over a CZ, but it's up on the train. Dima trying to look for a quick kill. Flashback has to fall as TyLoo can get the bomb down. Cody will open things up on the CT side. Man advantage up for Spirit.
And while this is happening, Bented is actually coming in with a flank towards Ivy. If Captain No can stay alive in this bomb site, that would be very nice, but he won't. It's now Bented and Bondig all alone, the 2 English speakers on this team. But look at this for Bented coming in from the back, getting the double straight in. Can he get the triple as well? Oh. Yes, he will. Bented just demolishes them. Now it's all on Davkos. He's on the defuse. Will he actually get this? He's sticking it, and yes, he will.
Wow.
The stick from Davkos, even though Bented came in with a hero play, 3 kills, it's not going to be the round. 4 kills actually as the round ends. What a round to start us off.
Oh, messy. But nice stuff. Nice execute at least from TyLoo. Good timing on the push from Bentet. You could see that Spirit had no idea that he was coming in from the back line. Just unfortunate that Davkos had that kit from the rotation to just jump straight on the bomb and the smoke as well. So useful on a map like Trainer, retaking so simple. Especially on that B bomb site more so than A, but either way, a good start for Spirit. This is a matchup where I think most people would expect TyLoo to be taking this one, but
yes,
you know, it could go either way. We've seen a lot of surprising games so far. Of course, Flash have been impressing us up against VP, and while TyLoo coming into this one, not as the underdog by any means, they're still inconsistent as ever.
Yeah, that's how it is for the team and the setup they have right now. This should be an easy round for them. Coldy, one of my favorite players to watch in this Team Spirit team, will actually be taken out. Dima with another one as DD trades 1-for-1, but surely Captain Mo will not be able to survive this one. So 1 frag coming in. Actually, there were possibilities to get more. Actually, Captain Mo is allowed to get that.
That's 2 players this round who've been killed, and both of them didn't buy up head armor as well. Both Cody and Arch got just tapped with a Glock.
Yeah.
That's a mistake you can't afford to make.
Perfect.
No, that's a mistake you can't afford to make on the CT side into the second round. You need that head armor. So a massive surprise to see not only Spirit having 2 players not buying that up, but both those 2 players actually being taken down as a result. They'll learn their lesson.
And since they went for the Glocks that second round and got the bomb plant in the first one, that means that TyLoo will now be able to get almost a full buy coming in with the AKs and the utility behind it. So Captain No and Bentet both with Molotovs, and we do see smokes on almost every single player. So they have 80% of their full execute, which should be enough, at least I feel like, with the buy up we have from Team Spirit, and 1 UMP and 1 from us.
Oh, aggression again from Sotfik, as was in the pistol round. Won't catch anything out. TyLoo still playing heavy towards his B upper position, but they've been spotted. Second rotation comes through as Davkos is now in position. That's a deep connector smoke early on. Look at this burst out upper. No one expects it. No one's even holding it as well. Quick kill from somebody. Davkos has to go big here as he's stuck towards the back of the oil train. Grabs himself 1, but he's got plenty more as TyLoo begin their aggression. Flashed up. Captain Mo pushes, and they don't expect the close angle already. Bomb only just going down, but Spirit are fully rotated into the site, only to meet their maker though. Somebody. Another frag comes in for this T side. He spots more, tries to get another shot off, and he will, even if he goes down here. This flank is enough. And Buntek comes in from behind to clean up the round for TyLoo. Again, a flank from Buntek to finish off the at least last remaining players of Spirit.
Very nice play from somebody as well. Really utilize that advantage they have with the AK-47 in that long range. You can kind of get those taps in and get that spray control in on that inner bomb side, taking the long range duels. Good stuff from TyLoo. The one thing that I'm kind of noticing is how they just left upper open completely. No one is holding out. I think it was because it was mid-rotation for the guy in the back line, but that's just the perfect timing.
Well, first it was Davkos moving from the connector to the oil train, but also it's so early on in the round, you never see a team just sneak out upper
the timing is
trade,
so
right?
good.
Yeah, just really, really well timed from TyLoo. It's just rare you see a team just walk out like that.
Exactly. Captain Mo this time around sees what's going on, of course, getting that Mac 10 as Bondi takes out Arch. This is pretty much a non-investment round apart from the Desert Eagle on Dima, so don't expect too much from Team Spirit in this one. Of course, they have still the possibility. Damage has been done to both Captain Mo and Bondig, so they still have the opportunity of actually getting a couple of kills in. That's very nice from Sotfik. He takes out Captain Mo. That's a Mac 10 though, so that doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, but he was trying to farm money to bring that AWP early into the game and train a map where you definitely want that on the on the T side. DD, he holds on for the aggression. They might not know that a Mac 10's been dropped just yet, so looking to try and pick that gun up is Davkos. Aggression is main, but spotted, and with no armor, aim punches an issue. He goes down. Coldy on top of the train in the meantime, playing close, looking to do more damage, but they're just going to be crossing and shots being missed. Not what you would expect from Coldy. He goes down. It's a rotation through connector to find 1, but somebody quick on the trigger. TyLoo will find themselves 2 rounds. A little costly, but they keep 3 alive. Going into the buy, they're going to have full rifles.
Pretty good setup for them. All the utility in the world. They're going to get the AWP as well onto Captain Mo, dropping that over from his teammate. And AWP on Daft Coast as well on that CT side. And I feel like that duel is going to be very interesting. Usually I would say firepower-wise, TyLoo would have the big advantage, but Daft Coast is actually a player that I respect a lot with the AWP. Even though he doesn't always show up big stats-wise, I feel like he's a very, very good player, takes a lot of great duels as well. Captain Mo is also decent at that position, at that kind of role, but I feel like in this one, as I said, that actually Daft Coast goes out and loses out. So forget everything I said, forget all the statistics. Captain Mo is the best.
Oh, good start here for TyLoo into their first buy. Again, we're early T side on this first map, so TyLoo actually getting off to a good start, keeping the economy of Spirit low as it is. If you look at the utility here of this CT side, is going to be very, very good for the Chinese guys. They want to make it to the stage. And setting up early down through Ivy, we've got the bomb moving up. 2 players outside of B, so right now I'm expecting these players to back off and hit Pop Dog. But the issue is with Team Spirit setup, they have 2 players close towards that position. It's Dima and Coldy, I think. So right now, set up really well for this position. We're going to see the drop down, but with CT's just on the other side. Good luck is what I say. Dima, 1 kill, finds a second as well. It's actually a trade from DD. He kills the player in the back line. So Dima does get the refrag, but it's still a 3v3, and TyLoo have actually worked their way out to the A bomb site.
Yep. Bonding opens on that one, and Captain Mo onto Dean with that AWP. So now it's all on Subvic. 1v3. As we have Bented and Bondik still alive from that Ivy push, and Captain Mo over the AWP, ready to lock it down, and he will. One thing that I noticed about that round, I noticed about the setups from TyLoo as well, is actually really interesting if you talk about the language barrier on this team, is that we have Bented and Bondik together on Ivy, and then you have the Chinese duo together going inside and then wrapping actually down towards the Pop Dog as well. So it kind of seems like that these 2 players, Bented and Bondik, are communicating together as a duo. And that was the micromanagement that Yanko talked about on the desk as well, like how you play together as a duo. Can you flash for me? Can you peek for me? And I think that's very nice that they work it that way. That's probably the best compromise in this situation that they have.
Yeah, and somebody, if I'm correct here, is the only player for TyLoo that actually speaks, or he speaks the best English out of the 3 Chinese players. It's DD and Captain Mo who struggle far more and actually don't really have much English at all to work with. So it's usually somebody just trying to communicate and relay information over to the other players in Chinese that's given to them by Buntet and Bondik. Luckily, though, when you have a player like Buntet on your team, you can just send him out onto a bomb site like this, just rushing A, quick frags, nice openers, Glock out, it's Coldy pushing through for the trade, but Bondik, the secondary English-speaking player, is going to be coming in for support. Somebody dropped from the train as Dima comes in from the CT spawn, but nice position from Bondik. Might be able to catch up Team Spirit rotators, although it's the long flank from Coldy as he moves in through the B site.
See, nice positioning. As you can CT connected, Dima's trying to make the difference with the Deagle, but he will be shut down as Coldy is all alone.
Trying to wrap in through the Pop Dog, but Captain Mo once again is aware of the position. It's the same
he's going to
position.
save now.
Yeah.
That's a gifted orb. Like, he gets that for free almost.
Yeah, same position that they pushed from on the rotation last round as well. Obviously, TyLoo had a little more information in the previous one, where Bondik pushed into that B bomb site through the CT spawn, but this time it's going to be Bondik hunting again, and the timing, never quick switch, boys and girls. Coldy will go down, Bondik finds a frag, and TyLoo up to 4 here on the T side. Off to a really, really good start. Again, Spirit have a buy-in after they go for the single eco, but with an AWP of no armor and TyLoo already starting to build up a nice bank, it's actually looking good for the Chinese side.
Yeah, Team Spirit, they're close, but not really like closing out rounds. I feel like they have a lot of potential. They're still showing that they can actually compete on this level, but so far, for the most of these rounds, it has been the TyLoo show. Open Captain Mo once again. We have that Daft Cost Mo duel. If it comes out once more, it's the utility thrown out towards the A bomb side, and then the initial setup, making noise towards B out in the default, and then spreading out, deciding where they want to go depending on what kind of pick they get. Right now, it's focused on that inner bomb side. 2 more guys are coming through right holes as well, and I was on Sophic here. What can he do? Can he hold this back if they go in for an initial peek? That's a question.
Oh, again, fast here for TyLoo. They don't sneak through, but this time Sopfic's aware. Fool me once, shame on you. But they won't fall in twice as he takes 2 kills. Buntet wrapping the back of the site. Molotov down, so he knows where Sopfic is, and he spots him. There's the kill. Still 1 player deep that he needs to get, and he does. This equals it back into a 3-on-3, and Captain Mo taking it further, catching another rotation. TyLoo, they've brought this back, or at least Buntet has. As 2 players left for Spirit to rotate, the Molotov down. Demon can extinguish it with a smoke, but it would only give away his position. And when Buntet pushed up aggressively, he wouldn't want to push through said smoke. So he's got to wait for the Molotov to fade as he sneaks his way back in. Nade gives away his position anyway. And while it is close, it lands nothing. Buntet spotted, nice kill on the retake. But there's still 2 more to find. Mo, close to the oil train, catches him with the AWP, and it's Arch alone. He may be coming in from the B ramp, but both players are playing aggressively with an open bomb plant. They're deep in the CT spawn. There's no way he can win that round.
And that's the kind of difference a player like Bentek can do on a team, and that's why, like Blair saying it, everyone else is saying it is the best player in Asia right now. And he's just a difference maker for TyLoo on a team that has a lot of individual firepower. Penta just seems to be a little bit above everyone else. He seems to be the guy who can go into a bomb site, get that double entry, and kind of make the difference as they go in.
Yeah, and I'm actually excited to see Arch coming into this game. Despite Team Spirit having their struggles in the CIS minor that was at in the previous week, obviously they went out in 3rd place. They didn't quite qualify for the major qualifier. Arch actually had a really good showing, and considering he's here in replacement of StarX, while in terms of fragging, it's not big boots to fill, but you would expect StarX to bring a lot of structure to this team.
Yes.
While they had their struggles and they didn't perform very well, hence why he was cut, you know, it's still structure that Team Spirit has surely learnt from. So I hope to see Arch have a good showing in this event. Again, that would be very difficult if TyLoo knocked them out here and now, which is always very possible. But Arch is a player I look towards to do some damage, as you know, Coldie would typically be. But into this round, it's a dig from Sophic and an AWP grab.
Yeah, and that's very early on as well. So Sophic, if he rotates around, he can throw that over to Daf. Of course, right now he has it with the armor as well. I can kind of agree with that situation. Kind of agree with the decision making as well. The way that they play the Deagles, especially down towards Ivy, really nice. Getting that crossfire setup where if they push towards Ivy, you can at least always trade 1 for 1 or 2 for 2. That's a very nice setup, and even have a 3rd player, Sophic, to come in and do the long peek. Right now, TyLoo setting up for the outside play. You can see them lining up the smokes here. In a couple of seconds, they will be thrown over, but luckily for Team Spirit, they have 3 players towards Ivy, 1 in CT connector, and then 1 who can rotate very quickly from that B bomb site. The question is, if somebody just walks in B now and sees that there's nothing there, do they actually do the mid-round call and rotate and go B? Because he has seen nothing yet so far. DD's out scouting on the A bomb site, and he sees opposition.
Well, they're low on time, so they've really got to make a commitment. It's actually going to be B. You called it right. DD's going to got entries on the A bomb site, but it's going to be Spirit rotating down towards B. They've actually read this very well. Knowing the time's low and not seeing a lot of T presence, they expect it to be a fake. So TyLoo, they run out onto the bomb site, but Spirit in position in time. They can catch these players off if they look aggressively. And Sophic looking to do exactly that as Dima closes the distance with a Deagle. Support from Davkos as well, but it's been Ted on the site, traded instantly. Somebody still close, but Dima with a Deagle. 2 kills from him. No kill across this team, so DD just needs to delay this hold. But Sophic is going to be up with the AWP, and DD finds 2 frags, making sure they're not on the bomb as well. Arch can close the distance with the CZ-75, but it's a wrap from DD.
Timing.
He's playing it so well, and he gets away around the corner. There's no time left for Arch. He's got to make a play, and DD fakes on the ladder. Re-peeks, he may go down, but I don't know if there's time. It seems not to be the case. Arch runs back for the AWP off the body of Sophic, but a very close round here. A good read from Spirit to go for that early rotation after seeing DD on the A bomb site, but a great clutch and great delaying to stop Arch getting that defuse.
I kind of feel like this is the second round where Team Spirit, out of almost nothing this time around, it was Deagles and Amos and some of the players. The other time around, it was the same, the kind of like pistol eco setup. They actually get a lot out of the round. They missed the last 10% to clutch that round home, and it's very heartbreaking to see that because this could have been all different. Yeah. This could have been 4 rounds for the guys of Team Spirit, and then if you factor in the economy as well, that could maybe have been an even bigger difference. They're just missing like the last 10% in these kind of rounds. They're missing the last focus. And I think that could be an issue for them going through this whole best of 3, because if they're losing focus right now, imagine if you go into a map 3 where it's even more on the line and so much more pressure. Like, how are they going to perform there?
Yeah, an unfortunate start to Spirit considering the sidedness of this map. And while Deem is putting up kills similar to that of Buntet for the other side, it's not turning out to be the rounds for Spirit that they're taking. Nice couple of kills from Dima, at least pushing back in with a Deagle. Yeah. He's not really the man you expect for this team to be stepping up, but he's at least doing so this map, and that's nice to see. However, will he continue, and will Spirit even start? Because right now they're looking pretty absent from this map. Only taking the pistol and 1 conversion. TyLoo straight back in with their first buy round, and then haven't given up the pace since that. This time Spirit throwing a curveball. They get aggressive on Ivy.
And as we said yesterday, it's not about how many rounds you actually win, it's how many maps and how many matches you win. If you get that W,
no.
That's perfect timing for Benton. And once again, like, they get that initial advantage, goes to Spirit, but instantly TyLoo are ready with the revenge flag on either an opposite side of the map or the same part of the map. That's just perfect. Dima, though, once again trying to make the difference, taking down Bondic. Highest rated player on that TyLoo team is now out of the question. And it's a 3v4, but if they execute towards this B bomb site, they only need to grab 1 frag in order to get the defuse. I think Davkos just saw the edge of the player. So he has to hold 2 angles now. He has to be very afraid. Calls the rotation. I think, yeah, the rotation comes in now through CT connected. So now they're going to be 2 players on that B bomb site if TyLoo wants to hit, but it's not looking like it.
DD flashing, but he doesn't commit. With the players outside of Pop, it makes me think they want to rotate. Again, the AWP spots that 1 player, but he doesn't get the kill. So now that AWP from Davkos backing off towards passive on B, and that allows the Spirit to go rotating onto A, and Sophic doing exactly that as him and Dima both open things up on the CT side. It's DD left alone 30 seconds on the clock. He's got the bomb, but nothing going his way. Davkos will clean it up. I'm surprised to see him commit towards a site after spotting Spirit with that rotation. If you have a player in the connector, you can typically safely assume that they are the B player rotating back around, because again, it's so common to run just one player on B, especially when you have an AWP on that side of the map, considering Davkos was spotted towards upper prior in the round. TyLoo should probably make that at least have that knowledge that there's going to be that B setup going, that A setup going through. So for him to still commit towards the site after losing 2 teammates is a surprise, but it's not going to make a massive difference. It's a 1v3 anyway.
Very nice to see Sotfig and Dima actually stepping up individually, because usually when you look at this Team Spirit lineup, you're looking at Coldie and you're looking at Davkos, the two members. Of course, Davkos with the AWP, Coldie in general, the highest rated player on that team. But right now it's Dima stepping on. I think he's done 12 kills so far, so having a great start to this game. 3rd round on the board. I feel like if they can take this one as well, not only momentum, but also economy-wise, that gives them a big advantage over TyLoo. TyLoo already pretty good on 6 rounds. If they can grab 1 or 2 more, that's a great half for them anyways. But I feel like if Team Spirit can kind of get back into the game, it's all a question about if they can grind back this first half.
That's the most worrying part about getting like 6 rounds early on, right? Because in theory, in an equal matchup, a 9-6 half in favor of the CT side is fair for both teams. Both teams will be happy moving forward. Obviously, I wouldn't say this is as equal as usual, especially TyLoo being a really strong team on the T side. But going into this one to get 6 out of the first 9, it just means TyLoo still have a massive buffer to work with. They still have 5 more rounds to play out and potentially even extend this lead. So let's see if they carry on doing it, as they need to get this reset. Fast into the A bomb site, Coldie defends, and he'll only grab 1 kill as Bond quick to trade, but it's Dima towards the back to also do damage. Arch still close here alone, and Captain Mo will take him down. TyLoo in a good position. Smoke off towards Popdog. This has been an issue as well, as we've seen a lot of rotations on this position from Spirit. So TyLoo know it could come through. Hence why the smoke goes down. Dima spotted as well. An information grab. As they look to find the frag, Dima trades back into a 2-on-2. Team Spirit could win this one.
Teammate playing so well right now. 2 frags into the round. Can actually get even more. Bentet taking out Sotfig, and now it's all on Dima. 1v2 clutch. Has to get a 4K in this round to win it. Smoke on the bomb. He does have that kit. Needs to find the first one before going for the defuse or the duel. And there we go. Eliminated. As that guy just lies and, well, contemplates his life as it's fading away, as the round is fading away.
Poor Coldie. But another round for TyLoo in the reset that we talked about. The issue is Team Spirit can still buy up. Again, they got a little bit of cash left in the bank after keeping 3 players alive in the round that they did win. So it's the AWP for Davkos, it's weapons on the majority of the other players. And while it's only a CZ on Arch, it's still enough to get the job done. Put that CZ somewhere close, put it up towards a pop dog, take ramp control, for example, on B. You know, you can get aggressive with this weapon. So Team Spirit definitely not out for chances coming into this round, but it's definitely going to be in TyLoo's favor moving forward. However, they don't have the AWP.
And once again, they're setting up. 1 towards Ivy, 1 way towards almost T-spawn with the smoke. So they're setting up for an A execute here. Captain Mo, not with an AWP this time around. But also, they still have 5 Molotovs to go. So this could actually be a very nice execute if they time. And that's one of the things that I like that Peacemaker has put this team into. Like, their execute, especially on turn, it's very easy to see on the T side how well it's actually structured with the smokes, with the Molotovs everywhere. And it's actually a good thing for newer teams to go and look, okay, how do they set up these execute? How do they place the smokes? How do they place the Molotovs? There's so much you can learn from that. It's actually not that hard if you just get the 5 positions of, let's say, the smokes and the Molotovs. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but something just crashed in this building. But here we go, Coldie close range.
Yeah, close towards main, and TyLoo about to burst. Molotov's flying through, and Coldie looks for his opening kill. Fully blind, great flashbang from TyLoo. You talk about the executes. The flash allows them a free kill. So now with a man advantage up and no chance of Coldie to do damage, TyLoo just going to slow things down. They rotate the bomb as well. This is something they've been doing a lot. So while full A control is in, Spirit still haven't even rotated. And actually TyLoo realized that this A bomb site is still fairly empty. So they're going to try and rotate back down towards it. As Bentek catches the player out in Pop Dog, Dima goes down. It's Davkos from the CT spawn having rotated off B to defend. So Spirit finally made that rotation. They still have 1 player committed towards a B site, and that's because of these fakes that TyLoo have been throwing in. However, this time they do commit towards A. Spirit with 2 players remaining and so separated. The bomb down for TyLoo and aggressive positioning from them as well. This is surely their round.
Yeah, Davkos, there's no reason for him to go into this, and he knows it has to save as well. Sotfig can maybe hope for an exit, but there should be no way that he's going into a 1v4 essentially. But once again, like as we saw the minimap, as all the smokes actually faded away, there were so many smokes in different places on the map. Very nice to see that overview coming in. And the oversight from TyLoo as well. I think they could be a bit more decisive mid-round with that call. It was maybe they tried to fake a lot, but I kind of feel like it wasn't like the whole team being 100% on board with it.
Well, again, communication is going to be slow, considering they don't all speak English as fluently as some. But I think the setup from TyLoo was they were meant to burst the A bomb site. They had the bomb outside of B to commit towards B once those A players drew the rotation. But because of Spirit were playing so slow on that rotate, they actually still kept not only Davkos, but also a secondary player towards that B site. So TyLoo clears out A. They're about to hit B, and then they go, wait, A's completely clear because rotation hasn't gone through. So let's move the bomb back. Bunter also adds to that kill tally by grabbing Dima and the pop dog. And that just opens up the A site even further. So TyLoo then bring that rotation.
Yeah, and also
through.
you have Bondig in the hell position. So he's on that bomb site knowing, okay, I hear no footsteps. If I see someone, I'm going to take that kill easy, 100%, and I'm going to give the information. So a very nice setup from TyLoo.
Definitely.
And here we go, another round. But this one is all but pistols apart from the saved rifle. Sotfik and Team Spirit not really counting too much in this.
No, not at all. Demon down towards B, spotted with the P250 and will fall on back. TyLoo to slow down the pace up against this eco. Not a round that they should be throwing away, and of course, as you would imagine, Peacemaker should be bringing some structure into this team in the sense of playing these anti-ecos correctly. TyLoo, a very confident team, but can't get cocky, as that can be the demise of many teams as they set up towards B.
And as you said, like, that structure is what a lot of Chinese teams need because they have a lot of individually skilled players. But here we go, coming into what's the bomb site? This is Dima with the P250 opening up, but eventually will be traded out. Double kill from DD. That's Demons. Go down from the back. Bondik doesn't care. Removes the head of Davkos. Decapitates him as Coldy tries to go in as well. But this is USPS and P250. Maybe Coldy can get a frag here through the smoke if he's lucky onto Bondik and save that AK, but that's all they can hope for here.
Ooh, that may be heard. Oh, I don't think he did. The noise of the glass breaking gave away the damage onto Coldy. Luckily, Bondik bails out his teammate with a shot through the smoke, but it's Arch to try and save the gun in heaven. That being said, TyLoo are already moving back into the bomb site, so if they go towards Ivy, not only will Arch give away his position, but there's potential they could even check this spot. DD climbs the ladder, and there we go, dives up. Arch doesn't hear the noise. That's a massive mistake to make. Maybe communication getting in the way of that, as they were potentially speaking over the noise. It's Spirit to call in another pause, I can only imagine. A 9-3 scoreline. We said, what was it, 6-2? 6-3, actually, sorry? Yeah. TyLoo were at, and we said, you know, this is where things get dangerous, because they already have a buffer. Yeah,
they already have the 6 rounds they technically need, and they have the potential of get many more. Right now, they're on 9, and with the way that it's been going so far, I could see them easily grab 10, potentially even 11 on that T side. And if TyLoo grab 11 on that T side, win that pistol on CT, train is pretty much done.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a strong T-side from TyLoo. And while you've got to say this matchup is just in their favor a little bit, I was hoping for a little bit more from Spirit. Again, this is a map they kind of, they performed fine at the CIS minor. It wasn't, you know, a strong map by any means, but they played it a couple of times. They let it slip through the veto. This wasn't a map they were afraid of playing, like Cash, for example. So it's a surprise to see them actually have so many struggles. But TyLoo have had really good executes on this T-side so far, and nice mid-round calls, while some of them being delayed. 9 rounds up, though, for the Chinese, and Spirit, again, back on the buy, but it's limited. Not only no kits, but also no AWP, and we haven't even got a smoke or Molotovs on Arch. TyLoo quick towards B, but it's a setup through Ivy with the bomb once again. Slow play from the Chinese side, but 4 stack up on A for Spirit.
Let's see how they're going to work this one out. Also, one thing that I'm not exactly sure of how the whole the team structure works in Team Spirit, because obviously with TyLoo and Peacemaker setting that whole thing up, you know how that's going to work. Team Spirit, of course, losing Starix, as we mentioned earlier in this cast. He's a big part of that structure, or was a big part of the structure on that team. Now how they work with the coach and everything, how they set up for anti-strats, I'm not exactly quite sure, because there's not that much data on TyLoo and Train either with this current lineup, but also with the way that TyLoo plays, you can't really anti-strat them too much because you kind of get like what they're doing. They're playing out in duos, trying to win open frags, doing executes. It's not something, and apart from the executes and how they close down the smokes, and you can kind of have pattern recognition, there's not that much you can anti-strat actually. So I feel like it's hard for Spirit to gain an advantage in this game here.
Yeah, that's the issue with TyLoo, right? Because they just dominate the Asian scene. You don't really watch that many matches where they are really tested, at least locally. So there's not a lot of data to go off in terms of demos where you see they're really good executes. But either way, it's an A play for TyLoo. They push out Ivy only into the hands of Davkos. 2 frags. Nice entries over on TyLoo in response, but it's Dima holding onto the bomb site. DD catches a rotation. That kill's massive. While the bomb's dropped in the site in the hands of Dima almost, TyLoo have now made it their round. Surely to take aggression from somebody and miscalculated as he didn't have the support from DD. Dima low, but so is somebody. And, sorry, so is Dima. And DD will wrap the back of the site to clean up the round. It's going to be 10 rounds of TyLoo. This is really, really dominant.
Yeah, really dominant. Also, even though they make the mistake of not pushing him 2v1 in that end, which I kind of felt like it should have, because it was the 2 Chinese players left in the situation. They should have communication on point in that micromanagement 2v2 duel or 2v1 duel. It doesn't work out in the end, but nonetheless, they still get the kill. They trade 1 for 1, and that's fine. If you have 2 players alive and you can trade 1 for 1, that's fine, because you're always going to get that round win. So right now, Team Spirit, only pistols, and TyLoo full bias. We've seen a couple of rounds. Actually missed nade from Bondig. Doesn't even need to hit those nades in order to win this round at this point.
No, so 11 rounds are almost guarantee for TyLoo, unless Spirit pull out something ridiculous. This gives Spirit only the option for 4.5, and that's really not. You said it yourself just a couple of rounds ago. 11 rounds to TyLoo, win pistol as well. That's game, pretty much. You know, 12 would mean they really don't have a buffer to play with, as it would hit 15 right after the anti-eco, or the anti-ecos. But at least 11 gives Spirit a buffer of 1 or 2 rounds. The only issue is they're not even guaranteed 11 at this point.
Let's see here, Bentet trying to come out from the Ivy, takes down Arch. Bondig with 1 on 2. So once again, the deagles from Dima has been on point throughout this first match. Dav, of course, trying to come in close range with the C-75 will be taken out. Now Dima has picked up an AK-47, going for that duel, but will not catch it. 2 frags in the end, and Coldy now 1v2. Bondig is low on HP, Captain Mo with an AWP. This could actually go somewhere. It's going to be very hard, but it's not impossible.
But look at the long rat from Bondik. No way you expect this.
Okay,
even with Captain Mo on the site, even if he goes down, Bondik's right behind. Takes a second. It's easy at range. We know what it's like. But either way, Bondik's wrap would have been good enough. There's no way you expect that kind of position coming in. And that's just confidence from TyLoo going for that risky play. Because again, if he jumped on the bomb there, if he killed Captain Mo, jumped on the bomb, you can get that full defuse, even 10 seconds. But Bondik, you know, he knows
I'm just trying to stay positive, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just trying to paint the
I'm
picture.
the realist here. I'm the realist. You're the nice Dane. I'm the salty Brit.
That's how it is.
TyLoo are the Chinese #1, as 11 rounds are in here for this T side. A ridiculously strong side on train as well. Spirit not showing anything into their CTs. Take into account, 2 of these rounds are off the back of the pistol and the subsequent anti-eco. They've only picked up 1 rifle round across this entire map that was instantly reset from TyLoo anyway. So while they kept 3 players alive in that, in the long term it's not worked out, Team Spirit, they need this 4th round. They need the last round of the half to give them any possibility moving forward into that second half.
Oh yeah, and the problem is also that I haven't seen a lot apart from the 2 rounds. Well, they technically one of them, the 2 that were very close where they had pistols. Those are the only lifelines or life sites we've seen from Team Spirit in this kind of matchup. Coldy trying to make it work with the doubles up, and Bondig gets a frag in the end. Damage coming in from Dafkos with the AWP. Trying to make the damage and trying to make the difference. As DD and Captain Mo now remain. Nice from Arch, Knight's Peak. DD now all alone. Hasn't been spotted just yet. Could surprise everyone here. Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
I'm not exactly sure if they knew his position, but with the nade damage and the nade sound, they now do. And that's going to be 11-4. As we talked about a few rounds back, TyLoo, if they grab the pistol and that first gun round, this is done. Team Spirit need to grind this one back.
But look at Demon, 19-13 at the top of the board for Spirit. Despite them only having 4 rounds, he's above that of Buntet on the other team. So actually putting up real numbers.
He's top fragging right now in the server, like how crazy that may sound.
Yeah, 4 rounds, 19 kills. That's definitely not too bad for him, but the issue is they're not winning the rounds. So kills don't really make a huge difference, and TyLoo's economy was fairly good throughout the majority of that half anyway. We didn't really see ecos from this team. So, again, moving forward, if Demon can continue this pace on the T side, go for those entries, etc., they can maybe pull Team Spirit through some rounds, but it's so dependent on that pistol, which can be an RNG mess. So hopefully Team Spirit have a good setup moving into it, but we'll see.
I'm expecting a nice execute here, and as I said, of course, we do see the 2 smokes and 3 flashbangs, which is the usual that we see when we want to see an execute. We know that TyLoo can do this. Do not be afraid. The top, of course, coming in there. That makes no sense. My bad. What I was trying to say is that Benton now with the smoke and the diffuse kit, usual on that T side. Team Spirit, 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs. Let's see what execute they can throw out.
Nice boost up. They can get a good angle into the connector here. As Bondik can sit there. The issue is that Spirit look to focus outside of B. Although, with the smokes outside of the A bomb site, this could just be a late round commitment. Bomb drop towards main. I think right now it's dependent on setup. So Spirit attempting to go for this A play, but they want to focus on B early on. If they can grab a pick from an aggressive CT, they might reconsider with this. You can see they check the ramp for any aggression from TyLoo, make sure these guys aren't getting too confident, and then they'll go back to the setup. So smokes can be thrown over this A bomb site. Bomb can be taken in through main. They can commit through the pop dog as well, but they're still wary of this potential B push up from TyLoo. Not only did Sotfik do it on the CT pistol round, but Mo's doing it now. Jump up from Sophic, spotted, and a kill already found. That's a utility dropped. A massive mistake to make to go for that kind of aggression when you don't have a lot of support. And Arch won't be able to trade it. You can see he looked for utility on the body, but there's only one smoke, and that's been picked up from Demon.
And also the fact that he isn't in a position, like when you pick that aggressively, you're always going to have a secondary guy who could trade you out instantly. They didn't have that. That was a mistiming by 1 or 2 seconds where the CT could actually rotate back. You saw him get straight on that step because he knows if he can rotate back and just not die in that kind of situation, that's a huge advantage. As now they know where they want to hit. Team Spirit about to hit it. Bent at long range with the USPS gets the first frag.
Yeah, running into B here, so reconsidering on the setup, but the smokes aren't down. One is towards Connector. As Coldie grabs one kill, they need a little bit more, but somebody already dropping Dima on the aggression. 1 by 1, Spirit fall at the hands of TyLoo. It's their round, their half, and their pistol. 12 here on the CT side, looking so strong moving forward. We said Spirit needed that pistol round, and while they get the bomb plant, meaning we can see an early buy-up, TyLoo won't be up to 14 with the conversions. Spirit now have to throw in a full eco. That guarantees, almost guarantees 13 to TyLoo. So moving forward, they're going to have a huge buffer to work with. That was a really extensive huge, but yeah. It's early.
I actually really like even though it's very standard to play that 1 player aggressive towards B and 4 players outside towards that A bomb site, I really like that setup coming in from TyLoo. I feel like it's very versatile. If you take that position, if you can just get that first kill, it doesn't even matter if you can rotate back. If you can rotate back, as we saw the B player do, and not die initially, that's perfect. Even if you just trade 1 for 1 and get information, play that retake, that's so perfect. And TyLoo just make it work because they know their aim is better. Benton now to hold this inner push. The bomb is coming towards upper. DD's there as well. Somebody taking down Demon. This should be the spray down for DD, and he's just tapping away, having a good time. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, everyone's dead.
And only Glocks and P250s for Spirit, so he knows that kind of range. His M4 is going to greatly exceed that of this T side. You already said, better aim on TyLoo, definitely proving to be the case. So not worried about the potential tap from the P250. It's now the buy from Spirit. AKs across the board, and a bit of utility, but not full sets. However, I don't think that's going to be the big limiter into this round. It's 13 to 4. TyLoo even run the bonus. Confidence across the board here. They have a huge lead, but they bring in an MP9. Captain Mo wanting to get that AWP into the next buy if possible. But again, if Spirit lose this, they're in an awkward spot, right? Because not only do they not have max loss, but also it's TyLoo with 14 and Spirit having to force things up so they don't play against map point. But aggression on Ivy from 2 players. Coldie on the other side, and a nice run boost, but the issue is there's aggression from the CTs, and Sophic grabs 2.
That was actually not supposed to happen, let's be real. With the timing there, I was 100% sure that the CTs want to grab all those kills. Luckily, for Team Spirit, Sophic makes it work, gets that double kill on 23 HP, and now 2 M4s and 1 FAMAS. There actually only 2 flashbangs remaining on that CT side and 1 minute to go. 3 smokes, 2 flashbangs on the T side, so if they want to execute, they can definitely do that.
It's a surprise to see somebody fall back from main as well. Not only did he spot a lot of presence down towards Ivy from those kills coming in earlier on, but TyLoo, they're a down man. They're down a man. They need to get into aggressive positions and try and trade frags. They need to bring this back to a 3-on-3, because if Team Spirit just group up and walk into a bomb site and play the trade game, TyLoo are going to lose this round. So if they had main here, for example, it's a risk where there's no trade potential. There's potential to catch off Spirit, but these guys are playing very carefully into main as they try and regain control. Move out towards the A-bomb site. TyLoo going for the risk stack on B. The idea behind this is if Spirit walk into B, they have 3 men to contend with them. If they walk into A, they'd probably just go for the save. Yeah. They could attempt to retake, but it's not a realistic round for TyLoo. The bomb site is going to be taken control of. Spirit have the utility still left on a couple of players to hold out these CTs. So unless we see aggression from Spirit and a kill caught out from TyLoo, they're probably not going to go
These
for this.
are the magical 10 seconds coming into this retake for TyLoo. If they get a frag in the next 5 to 10 seconds, they're going to try the retake. If they don't, then they're going to rotate back and save their weapons. Maybe even go for some exit kills. You have 1 guy, 2 CT stairs, and 2 guys who can hold that CT connector, so you can definitely hold those angles. But they're not going to go for it now because they didn't get that gift. They didn't get that gift entry. And if you do get it, you can go for the retake, but this time around, no.
No, it makes more sense. TyLoo do have a bit of money left in the bank from those conversions, so they will be able to buy up fully next round, and 3 players alive isn't too bad. Again, it's 13 to 5 now. It's not exactly a close game, so TyLoo shouldn't be too worried moving forward.
But nice that Team Spirit finally get around on the board. They finally make something work. They kind of punish the aggression that comes out from TyLoo on that Arch or on that Ivy push. And now we do see the AWP come out for Captain Mo.
And it's good to see they keep 4 players alive as well, because I think this is the VP Flash game we had an issue with for Flash.
Yes.
There were those rounds where it was getting, I think it was 15 to VP and Cobble, and Flash were bringing back from 9-15 all the way to 13-15. And while they did lose a game, they were winning rounds, but the issue was they were coming down to 1v1s every single time, so they couldn't build up that economy. They would always have shaky buys every single round because the win bonus is never enough to fully buy up. You need to keep more than 2 players alive. Yeah. Luckily, Spirit keep a good amount of players so they can buy up fully. Utility is now a perfect set across the board. No AWP, but it's good enough, and if they kill Mo here, who doesn't have armor, they can take that weapon away from him. So good to keep players alive, especially on that T side. And again, the run boost with the Molotov close, you can see Spirit already realized that TyLoo could be throwing in the aggression. While Sophic grabbed 2 last time, that was a very lucky play. They don't want it to happen again, and Mo flashed out.
Yeah, and spotted as well. I'm pretty sure they just saw the edge of his leg in that door there. It's Team Spirit now slowly rotating back. Sophic still with the bomb here. Probably going to throw fake utility towards that A bomb side, and then they're going to hit B, or they're going to be ready for the full A execute. They have both opportunities right now.
It looks like A really with a setup towards Pop Dog and only 1 player down on B. You would be unlikely to commit the bomb here. Although I say that, brings it up into the halls. Reconsiders, going back towards main. So it is looking like this A play, and with smokes being set up onto B as well, now it's Team Spirit faking the B side. So they've thrown initial smokes towards A, now they're going to throw again fake smokes down towards B. So TyLoo will expect the B play to be the real play and the A play to be fake, although that looks to be the opposite. As I say that, Spirit bring the bomb back up. Nope, they go out A.
Very undecisive. Sophic gets 1 and Bondix just holding down. He's actually spraying through the smoke. Oh, actually get the knife almost, but Davkost will be the one eliminating him. But as we say, like, TyLoo are just holding strong. They're not rotating whatsoever. They have confidence in their initial positions. They don't believe they have to rotate in order to win that round, in order to hold it. And that is very true. Davkost now in an impossible situation. Double from Bondic. Bented finishing it off as well, and 14 for TyLoo.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit had the utility to go for that kind of fake, right? Throw out towards A, throw out towards B, commit to A. But the issue is, if you don't do that quickly, your utility on A runs out, and then you have to walk into a bomb site up against rifles when you don't have smokes to cut off these CT positions. So TyLoo, in and of itself, going to be in the better setup there. And because Team Spirit don't wait for the utility to fade out on A, they have to push fast, meaning TyLoo is still committed to that bomb site.
And also, like, I really understand and I really like the fact that you can throw fakes in at every single point, but sometimes you just also gotta like make the ballsy call to just go full-on push when you see you have an advantage, even though that your game plan might be to fake it. That's the magic of a mid-round call. If you see one side, like tiny sliver of opportunity, if you change your plan, then we can do this. You have to be ready to make that call. And I don't think Team Spirit in that situation were ready to make that call if that opportunity presented itself, because they were way too focused on the game plan and how the setup was supposed to be.
TyLoo looking very casual here in the tactical pause. Peacemaker just having a chat with Buntet, but shouldn't be an issue. They just got the reset 14-5, and the money from Spirit is out the window. They're forcing things up. We've got pistols, we've got AKs, but we've not got much. As TyLoo looking good with the AWP back on armor. It's an aggressive position towards ramp, but Spirit are already about to contest this one. DD can drop out a nade, fall back, deny the fast push in, and a Molotov as well, but he'll just call for rotation. We already see Buntet moving towards the other side of the map. And with Bondic close now on the connector, as both players reposition towards A, TyLoo not only have 2 men on the defense on B, but they have that third rotation available.
Let's see how they're going to play this one. Obviously, this is going to be an in-execute. Smokes and Molotov thrown in. Let's see how they're going to take this one.
Yeah, quick into the site. Yeah, there's the third rotation. We talk about Bondic moving back in through a reposition with DD. There's the bomb dropped in deep as well. They can't even retrieve it. Well, they may wrap the back. Buntet's already pushed in for support. 2 kills for him as he finds it. Arch now left alone in a 1-on-4, and he sits on the edge of the smoke, but he misses a shot. And Buntet will clear up with 3 kills. Nice position from Buntet to come in for support on DD. Instead of just playing close towards connector with the Molotovs and smokes raining out for Spirit, he wraps the left side of the bomb train, and he'll be able to clean up that round. 15 for TyLoo. They're not even breaking a sweat.
Yeah, and even though they had no one looking towards upper, eventually the Team Spirit player actually decided to walk through the smoke, but it was too late when that happened. You have to get that timing on point, even though the smoke is down. If you have the timing that you want to push in the CT, throw down a smoke, you have to either hold the whole push, or one of the player that's up towards upper has to use the confusion timing to get in and walk through that smoke. But that's a decision you have to make. You have to say either A or B. You cannot do like a middle thing. That's where the whole idea of the timing push actually comes in, and it dies if you don't do that, because that like upper position could have been very nice if he had pushed in with the timing. He didn't though. TyLoo just too hot to handle.
Spirit love this boost. They really do. It's a lot of fun, but it's not giving them much Ivy control. Mo's here for the shutdown, although I say that. This is the opening shot. Nade goes in, but Team Spirit expect it, hold back. And smoke down for support. Captain Mo still trained on the angle, not going to be able to connect the shot. Sophic got to be careful. Because again, it's unlikely he's going to hit that shot with a deagle, so no real reason to contend. Although I would say Sopvik is probably the best deagler on this team. While not the best player, he's very strong with that weapon. We saw him at the CIS mine, and he does like that deagle, but right now he's going to need a little bit more than a couple of 1-deags to bring this back from the deficit that they're in.
Yeah, he'll need a lot of 1-deags to bring this back. That's 10 rounds in a row he'll need to grind, so it's definitely a lot. Arch lighting this one up as they're setting up for this outside play. That's the electric box or L box start coming in. There's a CT just behind it who can actually take a really nice angle now.
Oh, close, and they don't expect it. He plays the smoke like a champ. Somebody, 2 kills, turns back around for the 3rd, and it's Captain Mo, who's already found one, will drop to the deagle. But Sopvik, we already said he's going to need a lot more, and he only gets 2. It's not enough. TyLoo find that first map, 16-5. I wouldn't say it was an unexpected victory for them moving into that map pick. I would say it's an unexpected scoreline. Extremely dominant. Great performance from Buntet. Nice opening stuff from Bondik as well, and everyone's showing up. While Dima puts up some kills for Team Spirit, it won't be enough to carry them through the game or even through either of the halves. Yeah. Just a very dominant performance across the board. You can't really take too much away from that if you're TyLoo.
No, TyLoo played it very, very well trained here. We saw with the executes and everything, it was on point. The timing sometimes messing up a bit, but all in general, it was a very, very very, very good performance coming in from TyLoo on both sides. We didn't see a lot, of course, in that second half because it was rather quickly, but in the end, a very good performance. But now we move on to Mirage. That's the next map, and I feel like this could be hopefully better for Team Spirit. I know they have much, like historically, a lot more practice on this, so this is definitely somewhere that they have more to throw at TyLoo, more to kind of throw into the works of their, like, we know TyLoo have all the advantage in name duels. If they maybe have some more setups, some more, like, 2v2 like duels they can take, some kind of micromanagement when they hold these bomb sites or attack these bomb sites, maybe they can make something work, but they're going to need a lot more than what we saw here in Train.
Yeah, I'm especially excited for Mirage, right? Because while we haven't seen this roster actually perform on that map yet, it was the old TyLoo roster, obviously, with Fancy and Attacker that was so dominant on this map with the caster as a coach. Obviously, now the 3-man core of Flash who are playing it, we've seen in the Group B. And again, they've not only have Flash proven to be a strong team on Mirage, bringing VP all the way to overtime there, but we expect TyLoo to have the same performance as well. Very great individual performance from all the guys across the board. And just this is a common ground map for Asian teams, for Chinese teams specifically. So moving forward, TyLoo definitely going to have a huge advantage. I don't see Team Spirit getting more than 10 rounds moving forward, but hopefully they can surprise us. Either way, we're going to be going for a quick break, then we'll have the analyst desk breaking down that first map, see what they can find from that. So we'll see you in just a minute.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2, make a prediction for picks and bans.
Playing CSGO, guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
TyLoo coming out in dominant fashion there